Come have a seat in the Skald circle and hear the tale of the three fools, as told by Mynogan. Before we begin our tale, did you know that we release new stories for free every week on Wednesdays? Be certain to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Podbean, or whatever your favourite podcast app is. That way, you'll never miss out when we release free bonus stories other days of the week. Never forget, visit thescaldcircle.com to stay up to date with all of our current happenings, and to also visit our story archive, sorted by origin and region. Now then, this begins the tale of the Three Fools. There was once a good-looking girl, the daughter of well-off country folk, who was loved by an honest young fellow named John. He courted her for a long time, and at last got her and her parents to consent to his marrying her, which was to come off in a few weeks' time. One day, as the girl's father was working in his garden, he sat down to rest himself by the well, and looking in and seeing how deep it was, he fell a-thinking, "If Jane had a child," said he to himself, "who knows but that one day it might play here and fall in and then be killed?" The thought of such a thing filled him with sorrow, and he sat crying into the well for some time until his wife came to him. "What's the matter?" asked she. "What are you crying for?" Then the man told his thoughts. "If Jane marries a girl and has a child, who knows but it might play here and someday fall into the well and be killed?" "Alack!" cried the woman. "I never thought of that before. It is indeed possible." So she sat down and wept with her husband. As neither of them came to the house, the daughter shortly came looking for them, and that is when she found them crying into the well. "What's the matter? Why do you weep?" So her father told her of what he thought. Yes, that might happen. So she too sat down with her father and mother and wept into the well. They had sat there a good while when John comes to them. "What makes you so sad?" asked he. So the father told him what had occurred, and said that he should be afraid to let him have his daughter, seeing her child might fall into the well. "You three are fools," said the young man when he heard them to an end, and leaving them, he thought over whether he should try to get Jane for his wife or not. At length, he decided that he would marry her if he could find 3 more people that were more foolish than her, her father, and her mother. He put on his boots and went out. "I will walk till I wear these boots out," said he, "and if I find 3 more foolish people before I am barefoot, I will marry her." So he went on and walked very far till he came to a barn, at the door of which stood a man with a shovel in his hands. He seemed to be working very hard, shoveling the air in at the door. "What are you doing?" "I'm shoveling in the sunbeams," replied the man, "to ripen the corn." "Why don't you have the corn out in the sun for it to ripen, then?" asked John. "Good," said the man. "Why, I never thought of that. Good luck to you, for you have saved me many a weary day's work." "Well, that's fool number 1, said John, and on he went. He travelled a long way until one day he came to a cottage, against the wall of it which placed a ladder, and a man was trying to pull a cow up it, by means of a rope, one end of which was round the cow's neck. "What are you doing?" asked John. "Why," replied the man, "I want the cow up on the roof to eat off the fine tuft of grass you see growing there." "Why wouldn't you just cut off the grass and give it to the cow?" asked John. "Why, now I never thought of that," asked the man. "So I will, of course, and many thanks, for many a good cow I have killed in trying to get it up there." That is fool number 2, said John to himself. He walked on a long way, thinking that there were more fools in this world than he had thought, and wondering what would be the next one he should meet. He had to wait a long time, however, and to walk very far, and his boots were almost worn out before he found another. One day, however, he came to a field, in the middle of which he saw a pair of trousers standing up, being held up by sticks. A man was running about them and jumping over and over them. Hello? cried John. What are you on about? Why, said the man, what need is there to ask? Don't you see I want to get the trousers on? So saying, he took 2 or 3 more runs and jumps, but always jumped either to this side or that side of the trousers. Why don't you just take the trousers and draw them on? Asked John. Good, said the man. Why, I never thought of that. Many thanks. I only wish you had come before, for I have lost a great deal of time in trying to jump into them. That is fool number 3. So as his boots were not yet quite worn out, he returned to his home and went again to ask Jane of her father and mother. At last they gave her to him, and they lived very happily together, for John had a rail put round the well, and the child did not fall into it. And that is the tale of the 3 fools. Thank you for listening to our story. If you enjoyed it, please take a look at our Patreon page to learn how you can earn great rewards while also supporting us. We appreciate even the smallest of contributions, as they allow us to continue to release new stories every week for free on Wednesdays, and also provide you with bonus stories for your listening pleasure. Visit us at thescaldcircle.com to view our story archive, sorted by origin and region, and to stay up to date with all of our current developments. Once again, thank you for listening to our story.